Hello, this is Photography Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Mafia 2 Definitive Edition on the PS4. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition is a crime adventure game developed by D3T. The game is set in the 1940s and follows the exploits of Vito Scaletta. The game sees Vito get mixed up in the complex world of organised crime. So what is it like to play? Well, it's pretty standard fare for the open world crime genre. You take on mission after mission, with the early stages taking on an extended tutorial. Most missions involve a bit of driving, a bit of stealth, and a bit of combat. In terms of combat, the melee side has greatly improved with some very satisfying punch-ups. Shootouts are a cover-based affair where you'll be going from one cover location to another, trying to get the advantage on your opposition. In general, I thought the gunplay was solid and the missions are quite good fun. That is until they start to feel like deja vu a few hours in. So the chapters, they're broken down into chunks which unravel the narrative piece by piece. The story, characters and the way the narrative is told felt more like a cartoon or a kids TV show as opposed to a more intellectually mature Mafia 1. The story never really got going, with paper-thin characters and cliched situations threading together the forgettable narrative. It's a massive drop-off from Mafia 1, and the game suffers greatly because of it, meaning you're less likely to care about the missions as the characters are quite flat. The fictional city where the action takes place is nice enough, but again, visually it fails to live up to its predecessor. You can cruise around in your car, head to the body shop to get a new paint job, pick up a new suit to impress your pals, or just head to the store and get a few supplies. This version features 3 DLCs, the portrayal of Jimmy, Jimmy's Vendetta and Joe's Adventure. These are standalone content and not directly integrated into the campaign. None of them I felt were particularly great, offering a very light amount of content or context to the wider story. So they're not really something that I would say you should play, but they're there if you want to have a look at them. Right, graphics, well, performance-wise, Mafia 2 is appalling. The frame rate issues, the tearing, pop-up, all manner of glitches that really just are not acceptable for a game that's been out for such a long time. Also, it looks worse than Mafia 1, with average character models, lip-syncing issues, and just a very flat visual style. It's strange because it feels like they just couldn't be bothered to actually put a bit of extra polish on this to make it look better, because it really looks weird when you've played the first Mafia and then you play the second one. In terms of audio, the music is excellent with great choices from the era. However, some of the cutscenes have terrible audio quality that sounds blown out and distorted, again making you think that they haven't really bothered paying attention to the small details. Voice acting wise, I'd say it's solid. Again, some of the most of the characters felt like cartoon characters and something designed for kids to actually consume rather than a more mature adult type of character that we got in the first game. Good points, the music is excellent, the vehicles handle well and the clothing look great, and the melee and gunplay combat is pretty good fun. Bad points, the story is uninspired, the characters lack charm, charisma and are quite unlikable. There aren't any memorable moments or missions that I can recall. Barring 1 or 2, the DLCs offer very little and the game has an abundance of visual and technical issues. So what is the verdict? Mafia 2 Definitive Edition is a middle-of-the-road crime drama that lacks the class, charm and intrigue of Mafia 1. It's very much crime adventure by the numbers, with huge parts of the game feeling like I've done them before in several other games in the genre. It never felt like the game had enough care or attention to detail to make it stand out from the crowd, whether it be the high volume of graphical glitches, the shallow narrative or the tedious missions that made up the story. It never really hooked me in the way that the other games in the trilogy did. But there are still a few moments to enjoy, from the fist fights which I liked, some of the shootouts were exciting, and the vintage cars, that's all cool. But aside from those few moments, it's mostly a game that will just pass you by and feels a bit like a box ticking exercise. So scoring wise, I would give Mafia 2 Definitive Edition 6 out of 10. Okay, that was the review. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. This is Photography Gamer signing off. Thank you.